I'm not seeing any though. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing something right now. Oh my gosh! I'm destroying him! Hello everybody and welcome back to some more All the Mods 9. In between episodes, I've set up a few things, what you might see right here. I've set up a small storage system. Now, it's not anything too special. I have gold chests, which you upgrade from normal chests, which gives it a bunch more space. And I set up 4 of these right here. And then this thing right here is a storage scanner. What this does is it scans inventory spaces around the area, and anything that I click routable, I can put on the all routable. And right over here, we have all the items that we can find in there. We also have a little crafting table over here. It's really just a great early game storage system, honestly. Just having these things here and then this, it's nice to have early game. I also set up a storage controller which is connected to my wood farms, so that way I can then pull out straight wood into this thing, burn that, and then give power to both the storage scanner and also the charging station for when I need to charge my jetpack. Speaking of which, I think this thing needs a little bit of fuel because we're going to be doing much traveling today. Now on to today's thing. Hi, sorry to interrupt, but I explained this initial part terribly. So, what we've been looking into is something called Potion Masters. That is the name of the mod. And these potions that we're looking for are potions called Oresight potions. What these potions will allow us to do is they will allow us, when we are in range of them, we will be able to see an outline around the specific ore that the site is connected to. Say we had a diamond site, we would be able to then see diamonds if we're in close enough range, even if they're obstructed. Once we then make these potions, we can also then make them into something called a charm. A charm is basically a physical use version of it, where when we right click it, we can then have a use for it. I have already made a diamond site as of the time at which you will be seeing in a little bit, and we are about to get into making a netherite site. So hope this explained it better than I initially did, and I hope you all enjoyed the rest of the video. Bye! So firstly, we're going to need to grab this ender powder, which takes this pestle and mortar, which had their own crafting recipes. They're not particularly hard. So then with this powder, you can then mix it with one of the other things. In this case, we're going to use netherite with netherite scraps, which I found from exploring. So then we go ahead and then make this, and now we have ourselves the netherite powder. This is going to be what we need. Now, this isn't like crushing other things where if you smelt it, it doubles it. This is actually going to be very special in a different way. We do still need to smelt it though. While we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and say hello to our beautiful dog, Angel. Hello, Angel. You're gonna be reoccurring again. Anyways though, now that this thing is fully smelted, we have ourselves calcinated netherite powder. With this thing, we're going to be able to make netherite Oresight potions. Now, this is a little bit different than how you make normal potions, because normally you would want an awkward potion, but for when it comes to Oresight, you need a mundane potion. Today, we are going to be using redstone, as that is the most bountiful resource I have. So then after that, we then throw the netherite powder inside here, and then this will then make the potions. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to want to go ahead and then make ourselves the blaze powder that we're going to need. I need 6 blaze powder, so I think that's 3 blaze rods. So now that we've got ourselves the netherite site, we can then go ahead, open up our crafting table, which I have moved to my spellbook, just that way it saves space. And then we can go ahead and make ourselves our charm of netherite site. Okay, so I've gone to the nether, and now all we need to do is just right click this, and if there's any in the area, we should be able to see it. I'm not seeing any though. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing something right now. Now, I want to line myself up with this perfectly, so that way we can go ahead and use Destructo Patronum, so that way we don't waste our durability on our pickaxe, because we are running low, and we don't exactly have an unbreakable pickaxe just yet. So we're going to want to be very careful with that. I ran out of mana, but it doesn't matter because now we have reached the Ancient Debris. So all I gotta do is pick this bad boy up, and that should be good. So with that, we finally gathered up everything for that quest line, which means that the next thing in that line is going to be to hunt down allthemodium. Now, I don't know if this is going to be enough netherite to be able to make the netherite equipment. I'm going to need to make netherite armor, a netherite sword, and a netherite pickaxe. So that's in total going to be 6 netherite.
Later.
Alrighty, I got all the netherite ingots that I'm gonna need. So the next thing that we will need to make is actually, incidentally, going to be the tools themselves. For some reason, I have yet to make these, but here we go. We will now begin making them right now. And there we go. Now we've got ourselves all the tools. So then after that, we're going to need the template. All we need to do is just duplicate these things, and I only have enough for this 4 times. That's unfortunate, so that means I'm going to need to go out and make some more because I am now 1 short. It's a good thing I have the diamond ore sight. Alright, I'll see you all in a little while.
Much later.
Alrighty, this should be good. So now then we actually have 1 extra just in case I do ever need these again. So all that's left for us to do is to locate a smithing table. I do know where one of those is. There's one in Swamptopia. It is raining, so it's gonna be a little bit of a poor video quality for a moment, but all we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to borrow your table right here for a second. If you don't know, in the new version of 1.20 Minecraft, making netherite is now more difficult, so you need these smithing templates here as well as the netherite, but you do still only need 1 of each of the things. So we take our sword, and there we go. Now we've got ourselves up to netherite on that tool, and that is that quest done. I'm pretty sure this is my first time actually getting netherite ever. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but we got ourselves a cool little netherite suit. There we go. Very, very special. But we aren't done yet, because even though this netherite is good, you know, the sword damage is way better than the ender sword, this is still not the best. We still need to acquire allthemodium. Now, to obtain allthemodium, there's 2 things we're going to need. An allthemodium smithing template, which can only be found in an ancient city, which is in the deep dark. But we also need to get allthemodium ore, which is in the deep dark. Now, for finding an ancient city and a deep dark biome, it's gonna be pretty difficult. However, thanks to this ancient compass, we can actually locate the nearest ancient city. And there is also actually another compass which lets you locate specific biomes, so if I wanted to get one of that, I could go ahead and find a deep dark. However, I don't actually need to do any of that, because while I was out mining, I found a deep dark. Let me take you all over to here, and as you can clearly see, by all the skulk right over here, I want to be very careful and quiet. We are now in a deep dark, and a blood moon has just risen. Oh, that's bad. Oh, and that is indeed an ancient city. Oh, okay, so the bad thing about that is that on my quest line after visiting the deep dark, one of my quests is to kill a warden. I do want to do that, but I also don't at the same time. I've never actually dealt with a warden before. I've never even seen one, honestly, and I think I want to be very, very careful about it. How am I going to be able to deal with the warden? Well, there's actually something very special called the Twilight Cloak. It just takes a bunch of wool and stuff like that, and it's pretty cheap. The only problem is going to be these nebulous hearts, which drop from Endermen. I know exactly how we can get mass amounts of Endermen, and that is going to be with this thing right here called the Gate Pearl. It just takes 4 amethyst, 4 ender pearls, and 1 eye of ender. So then we can go ahead and combine all of this, and that should give us the Gate Pearl. Yay! I'm gonna need to go set something up.
Much later.
Alrighty, I finished setting up my little thing. It's just going to be a small hood ornament so that way Endermen can't get through. So, I didn't really explain this yet. What this thing does is it's basically like making a little raid thing, but it's solely for Endermen. So I think once I right-click this, it should send out 5 waves of things. I don't really know, but there we go. And they are going to be incredibly angry. So yes, there we go. They all want me dead. So now all that's left for me to do is to just kill these Endermen. And once these guys die, they do give crazy amounts of loot. So I just need to hopefully be able to kill them all off before they start teleporting away. I wish I had an ender inhibitor. That would be so helpful. Get back over here. Y'all need to die. I have to deal with 5 waves of you guys. Oh, and also this is timed, so, you know, it's going to be very, very difficult to deal with. But there we go. Now you're dead. Oh, And we did just get a bunch of things. And we did get a nebulous heart. Oh my goodness. So yeah, once you kill all of them, a bunch of loot just shoots out of that void thing right into you. It's really weird. And that's probably another reason why having this backpack is going to be a very, very good thing. So this pretty much doesn't seem like it's going to change. So if anything different happens, I'll cut back. Otherwise, I'll see you all at the end with the final tally.
Much later.
You're donezo. You're donezo. You're dead. Yes! Oh my gosh. And that actually gave me another achievement to kill all the Endermen. That is awesome. But more importantly, we got all the nebulous hearts that we're going to need. That should be everything in order to make the Twilight Cloak. So what this thing does and why I wanted it. I don't know if they changed it for this mod pack, but what this thing does is it basically makes it so that way no mobs can target you. I don't know if this has changed, but if I shift right click this, hopefully it should work where it'll make me invisible. Since I'm in a dark space, I should hopefully not be targeted by the warden, and that is how it's supposed to kill it. I am definitely invisible, and even if I hit it, it should still work. I just don't know how efficient it's going to be. I'm also going to want to grab my brush because the biggest thing about this is that I'm going to need to find suspicious clay. And I want to be very careful with shriekers. Like these two right here. Oh my gosh. This could immediately go horribly, horribly wrong. Okay? Please don't spawn the warden. It wants me dead. It wants my mommy giblets.
What?
It's so scary. How is it not spawned? I don't know. I am so scared right now. I shouldn't be. I don't have to be, but I am. Oh, a warden just spawned. A warden just spawned. Oh no. I can hear it. I don't know where it is. I hear you.
Oh, hell no!
Can he target me though? Okay, well, we're just gonna have to hope and pray. Please let this work. He shouldn't be able to lock onto me. Yeah, he can't. He can't see me. It doesn't work. He's freaking out. Oh my gosh! Well, I mean, no, it does work. It's just that he doesn't work. Oh my gosh! I'm destroying him! Okay, I need to make sure I stay in darkness. Because if he can see me, then that's going to be a problem. Okay, wait a minute. No, I wanted to use my light, but, like, I can't. Because that way it just won't work. I'm gonna have to brighten this up for you all in the editing. I am so sorry about this. But still though, actually, wait, I shouldn't need to worry about making any noise at all because, I mean, you know, I can just hit him. I can beat him up. I'm beating him to death. Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. This is insane. I'm gonna crit him. I'm gonna crit him. I don't have to worry about the noise. Oh, wait a minute. No, I do, because if I spawn another one, that'll be bad. Can there be another one? I don't know. It doesn't really matter though, because this guy's about to die. Oh my gosh. We just killed the warden. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Another one just spawned. Okay, well, I do not want to deal with that. I am instead going to go back to looking for gravel. I will see you all later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Alrighty, I've been all over this place. I've torn everything apart and I cannot find the suspicious clay for the life of me. I looked it up and apparently it's supposed to be in the place with all the basalt and stuff like that. And I've just been tearing into everything and I haven't seen one of these things once. So what's gonna need to happen is I'm going to have to keep on looking at some other point, or I'll have to find another ancient city and hopefully we can work something out from there. But until then, I won't be able to get any allthemodium equipment. But I can still get all the allthemodium that we have right here, if it'll work. Alrighty, I managed to get it. I don't know why it wasn't working, but for some reason, it just wouldn't mine. Either way, we got our one now, which already looks like a star for the allthemodium star. That's very nice, but since we've got this one, that should be enough. Now, this allthemodium is nice, but if we just smelt it down, we're only going to get one ingot. That isn't ideal. So instead what we want to do is we want to actually make a hammer first And then we can go ahead and then crush down this ore. And now, if we smelt it, we'll get 2. Alrighty, I got myself the allthemodium, so now we just need to do one last thing. I'm not going to make the ore site on screen because you all already know how that's done. But what I am going to do is make something else that's very special. So first and foremost, we need to turn these into some nuggets. We only need 4 nuggets, which is kind of disappointing that it wouldn't use everything, but that's fine. So what we need is we need those 4 mixed with an ender pearl to make a teleport pad. And this teleport pad is very special because it can take us to 3 new dimensions. And you can see it right down there on that text. If we place it in the overworld, it'll take us to a mining dimension. If we place it in the nether, it takes us to the other. And if we place it in the end, it'll take us to the beyond. We're going to be using this one in particular right here to go to the mining dimension. I could go to the other, but I don't really know where that is and what that would entail. So we're just gonna go to the mining dimension. I think I should just right click this, or maybe I stand on it. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm holding a shield? Oh wait, something's happening. Okay, I think it was just lagging then, but it's working. Yay! And now we are in the beautiful and pristine mining dimension. Oh my goodness. Oh hey, and there's the teleportation pad, so I do have a way back. So in this mining dimension, it's called the mining dimension for a very specific reason. There is nothing in here that can harm me. It's just me, the ground, and all the delicious ores that it has inside of it, which means that this place would probably be a good place to set up a quarry. Why, what's with the clouds? Oh, it's because I'm at Y253. So this actually gives me a little bit of a brilliant idea. I don't know if this will work, but since we're so high, if I were to get some wind generators from Mechanism, this might be to my benefit, because the higher you are with those things, the more power that they can produce. And I mean, they aren't particularly expensive. This just means that I'll actually have to get into some Mechanism, which is probably for the best, since if I want to build a quarry here of some kind, I'm going to need more power than I already have, and Mechanism has some of the best power sources in all of modded Minecraft. So that'll definitely be something good to do, but we're gonna have to do that at another time. So while we're in this nice mining dimension, let's go ahead and then collect all of our rewards, some of which was osmium. That's good. Oh, and we got some more allthemodium. Did I just get a wind generator? Okay, wait, I also just realized that, you know, they still haven't fixed this bug where I have to be able to go in and then click these things manually. I'll go with that in a little bit. Oh, hey, more allthemodium ore in itself. That's awesome. I'm just trying to process here that I just got a wind generator I got 2 of them! Dude, look at this. This is generating so much. Oh my gosh, we already got more power than I ever generate. Oh my gosh, so what this means then is I'm gonna need to get into some flux networks here soon as well. What the heck? Okay, so let me go through all this. What? I was just talking about getting into flux networks, and it gives me flux dust. I'm starting to think that there might be some shenanigans going on here. You all aren't going to believe this. I got a 3rd wind generator. Oh my gosh. This is just insane, okay? This glitch isn't fair. Oh, and I got energy upgrades. Oh my gosh, this is unreal. I got so much flux dust. I could probably set up a small flux network already. I'm not going to, because, I mean, this has already gone on for way too long as it is. But still, though, this is just awesome. I love everything about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my last All the Mods 9 video. Bye-bye!